Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm just gonna go like the interview questions and stuff.
Sure.
In your opinion, how has Newcastle evolved over time?
You asked me how Newcastle's evolved over time. I know in my lifetime and before, my grandparents came up here because of the factory jobs were up here. Chrysler and Hoosier Kitchen Cabinet. Ingersoll was another one. These were big factories that drew people from all over the Midwest. I know my grandparents came up from Kentucky and Tennessee, and that's what brought them here. And I think over the last few years, those factories have gone away, and we've become more of a manufacturing and a small business community. And that's how things have changed, certainly in the last 20, 25 years, and in the last 100, and before that.
Yeah. If you could have or could change one thing about Newcastle, what would that thing be?
Well, probably in retrospect, although it didn't seem all that important back in the old days, was to be less dependent on these factories and more dependent on small businesses and individuals. Because when those factories left, Newcastle really took a hit. But now I think we're more dependent on small businesses and individual businesses. But that's it's easy to say now. It didn't seem like that important 75 years ago.
Do you think like if those factories were still there, Newcastle would be like a more successful community?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Chrysler employed 2,500 people back even in my lifetime. Heck, high school kids would get summer jobs at Chrysler, work 3 months in the summertime, and make good money. A lot of people just got right out of high school and spent their whole life working at Chrysler or the factories here in town. They never thought going to college was that important because they could get a good solid job and stay here and make a nice living and raise their family right here, which was good in some ways and not so good in other ways because, like I said, some people who maybe did that could have done something else and been just as successful or maybe more so.
Yeah. How do you think that modern day technology has affected our community? Like new ways to produce things or like cell phone devices even.
Yeah, well, I think not only our community, but small communities like us can do business worldwide. You can advertise, you can talk to people. I know I have friends that have businesses here in town that they communicate literally all over the world and sell products, buy products, and that could have never been done, or certainly not as easily as it is now. So the technology just makes the communication is just incredible. It's like we're doing right now, and it's changed so many things and made it so much easier.
Yeah. What was the main attraction of Newcastle? Like, where's the place to be whenever you were like a kid or a teenager?
When I was a kid, we had a place when I was in high school, late high school, called I forget the name. It was like a teenage dance place, the Blue Teen, I think it was called, uptown. We went up there a lot, just hung around for a while. Of course, the field house, Fridays and Saturdays, the ball game at the field house, that was a big attraction. Out at the Memorial Park in the wintertime, we'd ice skate out there. They don't do that anymore. But then, like a day like this, it'd be a great day to go out and ice skate out at Memorial Park. And we did that a lot. I was a terrible ice skater, but I like to go out and hang around the bonfire.
Yeah.
Or sled down the hills out there, and I think they still do that.
Yeah.
But that was fun in the wintertime. And then, like I said, cruise Broad, that was huge. Drive up and down Broad Street back in those days. So those are the kinds of fun things we did as kids growing up. Usually didn't get in any trouble or anything amount to anything.
Yeah. How does our community make you feel?
Oh, I'm proud of our community. I've lived here all my life. I'm proud of our community. I think it's a wonderful place to live and raise a family. And I've told this story many times. My wife and I take walks all the time, and we can go out with our little dog and walk any place or any direction from our house and feel completely safe and not have to worry about anything bad happening. And so I think it's a great place to live, and I'm proud to live here.
Do you think like the people mainly make this community good, or just like the safety?
Oh, sure. I think the values that people have here in Newcastle make it a great place to live, and that's why a lot of us have stayed here our whole lives because we just think it's a wonderful place to live, and the people that are around here are just churches and activities are just a great thing.
Yeah. And last question: how do you personally think that you've made an impact on Newcastle?
No, I don't know. I'll let somebody else decide that.
Yeah.
I'll let somebody else decide that one. You could maybe ask my wife or my kids. I'm not sure what kind of an answer they would have, but I'm not sure what I've done. I'm trying to maybe make a few contributions here and there, but that's not for me to decide. That's for somebody else to decide.
Yeah. I've heard that like you do a lot with the field house and help out with that stuff too.
I do.
Games.
I do some things like that, and I enjoy Newcastle basketball history and things like that. So I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. So, thank you. I really appreciate you joining this and me being able to talk to you about like how I personally think you've made an impact on Newcastle. So.
Okay, Elijah. Nice visiting with you this morning. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.